Across the globe, from the quiet plains of Montana to the rugged coastlines of Maine, there is a curious pattern emerging. The people who consistently report the highest levels of contentment are not the ones with overflowing homes, nor those chasing endless upgrades. They are the ones who have stripped life down to its bare essentials, deliberately choosing less so they can feel more. It's not a fad. It's not an aesthetic. It is extreme minimalism in its purest form, and its magnetic pull seems to draw the happiest souls toward it, generation after generation. In this video, we'll follow the trail of this unconventional happiness, tracing it from small-town America, where families live comfortably with a fraction of what's normal, to urban enclaves where people trade excess for freedom. You'll see how this radical form of simplicity nurtures mental health, unlocks daily joy, and shapes lives of purpose in ways modern consumer culture struggles to match. Stay with me, because as we move forward, each step will reveal not just why these people are happier, but how their way of living might just be the missing piece in your own pursuit of peace. In the midst of the relentless noise and complexity of modern life, there exists a quiet force that the happiest people seem to have discovered: radical simplicity. This is not merely about owning fewer possessions or decluttering physical spaces. It is a profound realignment of the soul's relationship with the world. By stripping away the superfluous, extreme minimalists cultivate a kind of emotional resilience that is increasingly rare today. They create space within their minds and hearts that acts as a buffer against the chaos and anxiety that saturate so many lives. Imagine the difference between a finely tuned instrument and one burdened by layers of dust and disuse. The minimalist mind, much like that instrument, is kept clear and responsive, unencumbered by distractions. This clarity allows for an easier acceptance of life's unpredictability and imperfections, a trait that many studies link directly to happiness. Far from seeking control over every outcome, those who practice extreme minimalism develop a calm acceptance, an inner steadiness that thrives on less but is richer for it. This emotional resilience is forged not in denial, but in a conscious choice to focus only on what truly matters. Freed from the weight of unnecessary attachments, be they possessions, digital clutter, or even draining relationships, there is a deeper capacity to engage fully with the present moment. Such engagement nurtures mindfulness, a state closely associated with well-being and stress reduction. This is why the happiest individuals often speak of a profound peace that accompanies their simple way of living. It is a peace born from a mind that has room to breathe and a heart unburdened by excess. This kind of resilience also encourages a healthier approach to setbacks. Instead of being overwhelmed by change or loss, extreme minimalists tend to view challenges as temporary ripples, not permanent storms. The freedom that comes from living with less cultivates adaptability, a willingness to reshape one's life without the anxiety that so often accompanies attachment. This adaptability, more than any material wealth, forms the cornerstone of lasting happiness. There is a paradox at the heart of extreme minimalism. By imposing strict limits on possessions, time, and commitments, individuals often unlock an unexpected sense of freedom. This freedom is not the careless liberty of endless options or impulsive choices, but a deep, deliberate liberation that emerges from embracing constraints. The happiest people, those drawn to extreme minimalism, understand this paradox intimately. When the choices around us multiply endlessly, the mind becomes overwhelmed. The tyranny of infinite possibilities breeds decision fatigue, leaving many trapped in a state of constant hesitation or exhaustion. Yet by intentionally narrowing their scope, whether that means owning fewer items, setting firm boundaries around their schedules, or limiting their digital consumption, extreme minimalists shed this burden. The result is a mind unshackled from trivial decisions and a life shaped by purpose rather than distraction. This freedom, through constraint, cultivates clarity. It carves out mental space to focus on what holds genuine meaning. Without the noise of cluttered possessions or the pull of overcommit agendas, The happiest people channel their energy into pursuits that align with their deepest values. In doing so, they create a lifestyle where joy is found not in abundance, but in the quality and intentionality of their experiences. Historical communities, from indigenous tribes to ascetic philosophers, have long recognized the power of chosen limits to foster resilience and contentment. Today's extreme minimalists echo this wisdom, applying it within a world dominated by excess. By rejecting the cultural assumption that more is better, they craft lives where less becomes a powerful tool for peace, creativity, and authentic connection. This intentional embracing of limits also encourages self-mastery. The act of saying no, repeatedly and with purpose, strengthens discipline and sharpens focus. It builds an internal compass, guiding decisions toward freedom instead of entrapment. In this way, constraints are not chains but keys. Keys that open doors to the richest form of freedom, the freedom to live truly on one's own terms. In a world overwhelmed by information and relentless stimuli, mental clarity has become a rare and precious resource. Extreme minimalism, far from being just a physical practice, acts as a powerful catalyst for sharpening the mind and heightening focus. The happiest individuals who embrace this lifestyle often speak of a remarkable shift, one where distractions fade and the mind becomes a calm lake, reflecting only what truly deserves attention. This clarity is not an accidental byproduct, but a deliberate outcome of removing non-essential mental clutter. Every possession, every digital notification, every obligation carries the potential to fragment attention and drain cognitive energy. Extreme minimalists recognize this, choosing to pare down not only their physical surroundings, but also their mental commitments. By doing so, they create an environment where the mind is free to engage deeply with tasks that matter, enhancing productivity and personal growth. The science behind this is clear. A cluttered mind struggles to filter out noise, leading to stress and decreased performance. When surroundings and schedules are simplified, cognitive load lightens. The brain can then focus on fewer, more meaningful inputs, allowing for sustained concentration and a sense of accomplishment. It is no coincidence that many of the happiest people attribute their well-being to a lifestyle that respects mental boundaries as much as physical ones. Moreover, this mental clarity supports emotional balance. Without the chaos of constant distraction, extreme minimalists cultivate a mindfulness that roots them in the present. They are less prone to anxiety and more capable of savoring moments of joy, no matter how small. This heightened awareness is a fertile ground for happiness, grounded in the reality of lived experience rather than the endless chase for more. In embracing extreme minimalism, the happiest people do not simply shed belongings. They sharpen their minds and awaken their inner clarity. This profound mental transformation lies at the core of why less truly becomes more. Extreme minimalism is often imagined as a solitary pursuit, a retreat into personal simplicity. Yet, one of the lesser-known keys to the happiness it fosters lies in the intentional communities that often grow around this lifestyle. The happiest people who embrace radical simplicity understand that freedom from excess does not mean freedom from connection. Instead, their lives are shaped by carefully chosen relationships that nurture support, growth, and shared values. In places across America and beyond, from small towns where neighbors share resources to urban pockets where individuals gather for mindful collaboration, a new kind of social fabric is being woven. These communities are not defined by size or density, but by intention. They thrive on the principle that genuine human connection, free from the distractions of consumer culture and social obligations, is essential to well-being. Intentional communities offer more than companionship. They create a space where vulnerability is welcomed and authenticity is prized. In shedding the superficial layers of modern life, extreme minimalists often find themselves craving deeper, more meaningful interactions. These connections provide emotional nourishment that material possessions never could. It is within this social simplicity that many discover a profound source of happiness and belonging. Moreover, living within such a community often means sharing resources, reducing waste, and supporting one another's minimalist goals. This collective approach not only lightens individual burdens, but reinforces a sense of purpose and shared responsibility. It is a quiet rebellion against the isolating tendencies of modern society, and a gentle reminder that true happiness flourishes in connection, not accumulation. In essence, extreme minimalism's attraction lies not only in what is removed, but in what is chosen, especially the choice to build intentional, heart-centered communities that enrich life far beyond material means. Extreme minimalism does more than clear space. It invites a transformation in how life's purpose is discovered and expressed. For the happiest people, living with less isn't about sacrifice or austerity. It is a profound source of creative energy and renewed meaning. Freed from the distractions of excess, their minds become fertile ground where imagination and purposeful action can flourish without restraint. When the noise of unnecessary possessions, obligations, and distractions falls away, the human spirit finds room to breathe deeply and explore new possibilities. This intentional emptiness creates a canvas for innovation, allowing individuals to tap into talents and passions long buried beneath layers of consumption and busyness. Rather than seeking fulfillment in things, extreme minimalists turn inward and outward to creative projects, meaningful work, and authentic experiences that align with their core values. History offers countless examples of creators and thinkers who thrived within constraints, using scarcity as a wellspring rather than a limitation. Today's extreme minimalists walk a similar path, using the discipline of less to sharpen focus and deepen engagement. In doing so, they often report a heightened sense of purpose. Each choice, each action imbued with intention and clarity. The result is a life not cluttered by indecision or distraction, but marked by boldness and meaning. This process also fuels personal growth. Living with less requires continual reflection and adaptation, fostering a mindset of lifelong learning and self-improvement. The happiest individuals embrace this challenge, viewing simplicity as a dynamic journey rather than a static goal. In this ongoing evolution, creativity and purpose become inseparable companions, each fueling the other in an upward spiral toward fulfillment. Ultimately, the spark of creativity and purpose that extreme minimalism ignites is a testament to the power of living intentionally. It shows that happiness is not found in accumulation, but in the clarity and freedom to pursue what truly matters. As this journey into extreme minimalism reveals, the happiest people aren't those who chase more, but those who intentionally choose less clutter, less distraction, less noise, so they can create more space for what truly matters. This radical simplicity doesn't just calm the mind or lighten the load. It awakens a deeper clarity, resilience, and purpose that transform everyday living into something profoundly fulfilling. It's a way of life that invites us to slow down, connect more meaningfully, and rediscover joy in the essentials. If this resonates with you, there is much more to explore here. Dive deeper into the art of intentional living through other playlists on this channel, where concepts like microtopia and the wisdom of the hollow era unfold, each offering unique perspectives on simplicity, freedom, and mindful existence. So take your time, explore these paths, and let your own journey toward extreme minimalism and happiness continue to unfold. Remember, the pursuit of less can lead to the greatest abundance. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.